Hey guys, it's your girl Jenna, back with a brand new video, except not really because I'm like retired or whatever, but I am here to lend my voice to my little nugget, Lucky. He's basically the inspiration for this whole shebang because let's be real, dogs are freaking hilarious. So buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to dive deep into the wonderful world of woofers, uncovering some seriously funny and weirdly interesting facts about our canine companions. Like, did you know they can smell way better than us? I mean, we've all smelled Kermit's feet, so I'm not really sure that's a good thing, but still. We're talking evolution, weird sleeping habits, and why they're so obsessed with buds. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. We've all seen our dogs try to get up close and personal with another dog's behind. It's like their version of a handshake, but way less hygienic. So grab your pup, grab your snacks, and get ready to learn some possum stuff. And maybe, just maybe, you'll finally understand why your dog does all those weird things. Or maybe not. Okay, so picture this. It's like a million years ago, back when humans wore Crocs unironically. We're talking cavemen, woolly mammoths, the whole prehistoric shebang. And somewhere in all that mess, wolves were like, you know what? These hairless apes seem kinda cool. Maybe they'll share their snacks. And thus began the beautiful, messy, slobber-filled relationship between humans and dogs. Over time, those wild wolves with their sharp teeth and even sharper appetites started chilling with humans, probably because we had all the best garbage. Fast forward a few thousand years and bam, we've got ourselves domesticated dogs. Gone are the days of hunting for their own food. These pampered pups are all about belly rubs, squeaky toys, and stealing your spot on the couch. But seriously, isn't it crazy how dogs went from howling at the moon to howling at the mailman? Evolution is weird, man, but hey, I'm not complaining. I mean, who else would eat all the food I drop on the floor? Okay, let's talk about one of the greatest mysteries of the canine world, the pre-nap spin. You know what I'm talking about? Your dog's about to settle down for a snooze, and suddenly, it's like they're possessed by the spirit of a breakdancing tornado. They spin, they twirl, they dig at the floor like they're trying to bury their own butt. It's honestly impressive, the sheer athleticism of it all, but also like, why? Well, scientists, those party poopers, will tell you it's all about comfort and instinct. Apparently, back in the day, wild dogs would trample down grass and underbrush to create a comfy little nest. And spinning around? That was just part of the process, a way to make sure their sleeping spot was just right, which, okay, fair enough. But I like to think there's a little more to it than that. I mean, have you ever seen the look on a dog's face when they're doing their pre-sleep spin? It's pure joy, I tell you. Okay, let's address the elephant, or should I say the butt, in the room. Why do dogs sniff each other's butts? Like, is it some weird ancient ritual passed down through generations of pups? Do they think it's like a handshake? Nice to meet you, Frank. Let me get a whiff of that undercarriage. Turns out it's all about communication. See, dogs have these scent glands in their rear ends that release all sorts of info about them, like their diet, gender, mood, you name it. It's basically their version of Facebook, but way stinkier. Imagine if we, walked around smelling each other's armpits to catch up on the latest gossip. Oh, hey, Brenda, you went to Taco Bell last night? Spicy. Yeah, it'd be weird. But hey, dogs can't swipe right on Tinder, so who are we to judge? They're just trying to get to know each other in their own, aromatic way. It's like a smelly handshake, but with more tail wags and awkward butt sniffs. And hey, maybe they're onto something. Maybe we humans are missing out on a whole world of olfactory information. Or maybe not. I think I'll stick to texting. We've all been there, right? You're binging your favorite show and your dog just plops down next to you, seemingly glued to the screen. And you can't help but wonder, what is going on in that furry little head? Are they actually enjoying this? Well, it turns out dogs actually see the TV, but it's not as clear as what we see. It's more like watching an old school flip book, like choppy and kind of blurry. But hey, it's better than nothing, right? And just like us, they have their preferences. Some dogs are all about those high-action chases, like they're living vicariously through those on-screen pups. Others are obsessed with animal documentaries, probably dreaming of the day they can finally catch that elusive squirrel in the backyard. And then there are those dogs who, no matter what you put on, just stare at you with those big judgmental eyes like, seriously? This is what you choose to watch with your limited time on Earth? I feel you, doggo. I feel you. Okay, let's talk dog breeds because seriously, there's a whole lot of them. Like a ridiculous amount. From the teeny tiny teacup pups that could fit in a purse to the giant breeds that could probably pull a small car. Seriously, have you ever seen a Great Dane in person? They're like horses wearing dog costumes. And each breed has its own quirks, like pugs with their squishy faces and endless snorts, huskies who think they're wolves, even though they'd probably lose a fight to a squirrel, and chihuahuas who are basically tiny yappy CEOs of the household. It's like a giant dog party up in here and everyone's invited, except maybe cats. Cats are definitely judging this whole situation from atop their scratching posts. But that's okay. More dog treats for us. Okay, you guys, we all know dogs are like furry little mood rings, right? Like, if you're sad, boom, instant dog cuddles. It's like they have this sixth sense or something. My theory, they can smell sadness. Like, maybe sadness smells like old pizza crusts, and happiness smells like fresh bacon. Who knows? But seriously, have you ever noticed how your dog just knows when you need a good cuddle? It's actually pretty amazing when you think about it. They're like these furry little therapists who don't charge hundreds of dollars an hour and judge you for crying about that one time in high school. They just love you unconditionally and want to make you feel better. Honestly, I think some of them missed their calling. They should hand out diplomas at the dog park. Congratulations, you're officially a certified cuddle therapist. I mean, think about it. They don't even need to speak English to know what's up. You could be having a full-blown meltdown over spilled coffee, and your dog is just there like, dude, I got you. Want me to lick your tears? I'll lick your tears. And you know what? Sometimes that's all you need. Just a furry little friend to remind you that even though you're a hot mess, you're still loved. So yeah, dogs are basically emotional ninjas. They can sense your every mood swing, and they're always there to offer a comforting paw or a sloppy kiss. Honestly, they're better than any therapist I've ever had, and way cheaper too. All right, guys. Let's talk about dog dreams. You know what I'm talking about, right? Those adorable little twitches and whimpers they do in their sleep? It's like they're living their best lives in dreamland, chasing squirrels, barking at mailmen, and probably eating all the forbidden snacks they can't get their paws on in real life. I mean, can you imagine what goes through their little dog brains when they're sleeping? It's probably a wild ride. One minute they're chasing butterflies in a field of bacon-scented flowers. The next minute, they're flying through the air with a belly full of stolen pizza. The possibilities are endless. I bet they dream about their favorite humans too. Like maybe they dream about going on epic adventures with us, like hiking up mountains of dog biscuits or sailing down a river of gravy. Okay, maybe those dreams are a little too specific to my dog's stomach, but you get the idea? It's just so cute to think about them having such rich and imaginative inner lives. I mean, we already know they're the goodest boys and girls, but to think they're out there living their best lives even in their sleep, that's just too pure for words. Okay, you guys, let's talk about dog noses for a second, specifically how freaking powerful they are. Seriously, their sense of smell is like a superpower. It's like they walk into a room and instantly know what you had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Last week, I mean, I can barely smell my own cooking sometimes, and these guys are out here sniffing out crumbs from miles away. It's actually kind of embarrassing when you think about it. Like, I'm over here trying to be subtle about eating chips in bed, and my dog's nose is basically a high-definition, surround sound, smell-o-vision camera pointed directly at me. And don't even get me started on their ability to sniff out other dogs' butts. That's a whole other level of olfactory expertise that I don't even want to try to understand. It's like their version of Facebook, where they can instantly download all the gossip about who's been sniffing around whose hydrant lately. But hey, you know what? More power to them. If I could smell that well, I'd probably be walking around with my nose glued to the ground too. Just think of all the amazing smells I'm missing out on. Okay, so we all know dogs are basically furry royalty, right? But some pups take it to the next level, like presidential level. We're talking about those pampered pooches who've sniffed the Oval Office rug. First up, we've got Bo and Sunny, Obama's Portuguese water dogs. These two were like the Jay-Z and Beyonce of the White House. Seriously, they even had their own official portraits. Talk about living the dream life. And let's not forget about Millie, George H.W. Bush's English Springer Spaniel. This girl was so popular, she even wrote a New York Times bestseller. I mean, come on, my autobiography is still sitting in my drafts folder. But the real OG of presidential pups has got to be Fala. FDR's Scottish Terrier. This little guy went everywhere with FDR, even on international trips. I bet Fala had more frequent flyer miles than most humans. All right, everyone, hold on to your butts because things are about to get out of this world, literally. We're diving into the fascinating and often overlooked history of our four-legged friends in space exploration. We're talking about dogs in space, people. Yes, you heard that right. Before humans took the giant leap into the cosmos, it was our loyal canine companions who first ventured into the final frontier. So before humans decided to blast themselves into the great unknown, we sent our furry friends up as pioneers. These brave dogs were the unsung heroes of early space missions, paving the way for human space travel, just to make sure it was safe and all. These early missions were crucial in understanding the effects of space travel on living organisms. Scientists needed to ensure that the conditions in space wouldn't be fatal for astronauts. The most famous space doggo has got to be Laika, a Soviet dog cosmonaut who became the first living creature to orbit the Earth. Laika's mission was a monumental step in space exploration, marking a significant achievement for the Soviet space program. Talk about a one-way ticket to fame. Laika's journey captured the world's imagination and highlighted the potential for human space travel. However, her mission also raised ethical questions about the treatment of animals in scientific research. Now, Laika's journey was a big deal back then, but let's just say space travel wasn't exactly a walk in the park back then. The technology was still in its infancy, and the risks were incredibly high. Poor Laika didn't make it back home. Her mission was a one-way trip, and she became a symbol of both the triumphs and tragedies of early space exploration. But hey, at least she got an awesome statue in her honor, right? Laika's legacy lives on, reminding us of the sacrifices made in the name of progress. Listen, I know what you're thinking. How do dogs even their business in space? It's a valid question. Space travel presents unique challenges, and ensuring the well-being of our canine astronauts was a top priority. Like, do they have special space diapers? The answer is yes. Specially designed spacesuits and equipment were created to accommodate the needs of these brave dogs. Do they just float around like furry little astronauts? Absolutely. These dogs experience the wonders of zero gravity, floating weightlessly and adapting to the unique environment of space. Well, I don't have all the answers, but I can tell you this. NASA spent a lot of time and money figuring out how to make space travel as comfy as possible for our furry friends. They conducted extensive research to ensure the safety and comfort of these canine pioneers. They even designed special zero-gravity toilets. These innovations were crucial in maintaining hygiene and health during space missions. And you better believe those space pups had the time of their lives up there. Floating around in zero gravity must have been an exhilarating experience for them. I mean, can you imagine floating around weightlessly, chasing after space treats? It's like a dream come true for any dog. It's like the ultimate game of fetch. The zero-gravity environment added a whole new dimension to their playtime. I bet those dogs came back to Earth with some wild stories. Their experiences in space were undoubtedly unique and unforgettable. You wouldn't believe it, Dave. I saw a giant space squirrel outside the window. The adventures these dogs had in space were beyond our wildest imaginations. And then I chased it around the spaceship for like an hour, in zero gravity. It was awesome. These stories highlight the incredible journey of our canine astronauts and their contributions to space exploration. The training these dogs underwent was rigorous and demanding. They had to be in peak physical condition and undergo extensive preparation to handle the challenges of space travel. They were fitted with specially designed spacesuits to protect them from the harsh conditions of space. These suits were equipped with life support systems to ensure their safety. Back on Earth, Mission Control closely monitored their vital signs and overall health. The data collected from these missions was invaluable in advancing our understanding of space travel. The contributions of these canine pioneers cannot be overstated. Their missions provided critical insights into the effects of space travel on living organisms, paving the way for human space exploration. Today, we honor the legacy of these brave dogs. Their courage and sacrifice continue to inspire us as we reach for the stars. While the era of sending dogs into space has passed, their legacy lives on in modern space missions. Animals continue to play a role in scientific research, helping us unlock the mysteries of the universe. So, the next time you look up at the night sky, remember the brave dogs who paved the way for human space exploration. They were true pioneers, and their contributions will never be forgotten. From Laika to the countless other canine astronauts, their stories are a testament to the spirit of exploration and the unbreakable bond between humans and their furry companions. Together, we've reached for the stars and beyond, and who knows what incredible adventures await us in the future. The journey of space exploration is far from over, and our loyal companions will always be a part of that journey. Here's to the space pioneers, both human and canine, who dared to dream and venture into the unknown. Their legacy will continue to inspire generations to come. So let's celebrate these incredible space pioneers and their remarkable contributions to science and exploration. They truly are out of this world. Well, there you have it, folks. From sniffing butts to conquering space, we've covered it all in our quest to uncover the most hilarious dog facts. Personally, I think the image of dogs doing zoomies in zero gravity is going to be stuck in my head for a while. Can you imagine the chaos, the flu flying everywhere? It's like a furry, adorable tornado. But now it's your turn. Hit me with your funniest dog stories in the comments below. I want to hear about all the weird, wacky, and wonderful things your pups get up to. Until next time, stay pawsome.